Hello everyone, Rocks 2001 here, making this video on, well, PlayStation 2 Dualshock 2 controllers. I'm making this video, as you can read from the title. There have been some people having problems with their controllers, and I wanted to let you guys know, you want to listen to this video. I mean, I made a video about the power supply for the Slims, and now I think I should do the same with these Dualshock 2 controllers. There are 3 model controllers on the back. Well, there's actually like 5 or 6 if you open it up, and you'll see some key differences. I only have this white DualShock 2 that came with my ceramic white PS2, so I don't have any of the other DualShock 2s, so you're gonna have to put up with what you got here, so it's better than nothing. Now on the back here, you want to look at where it says Sony controller. I don't know if my camera will pick this up, but I'll bring it as close as I can, and hopefully the autofocus will work with us. Ah, yes, here we go. It will say Sony Analog Controller SCPH 10010. All of them say 10010. Although there's a rare one without the vibration feature, that's 10510. And then you got a letter right over on the far side. It's either M, H, or A. In my case, I have the A variation. I used to have the H variation and the M variations. I don't know what happened to them. I think I bundled them with another PS2 that I sold to a friend or something. But we're going to use this model A for demonstration purposes. If yours says M, you can skip this because you'll have 7 screws on the back. If yours says A on it, like mine, again, you could skip this as well. But if you have an H model, where it says the letter H, you're going to want to get yourself a screwdriver, remove the 6 screws, which I'm going to do right now. So, since taking this is easy, I'll just do it right here, right now, instead of doing a jump cut. Because I've taken this controller apart before, and it's really easy. Plus, DualShock 2s and 3s and 1s are really easy to take apart and put back together. As for the DualSense and DualShock 4, those are complete opposite. Those things are hard to take apart. If the screw would cooperate with the screwdriver. There we go. It's always useful to have a magnetized tip screwdriver. That way your screw doesn't fly off into the floor and then you have to look for the darn thing. And then you take the back piece off. Let me zoom out. I have the Model A variation, as you can tell. Now, on some models, I'm going to be posting pictures on screen. Since I have a Model A, I have the variation with the ribbon cable being applied by force with this piece of foam. Some people say this is the worst design. They're wrong. The Model H design is the worst. Well, actually, there's 2 versions of the Model H. The first version has a ribbon cable that's attached by 2 clips on the side, and there's a latch that you remove easily. That is a good design. And then you got the stupid design where this ribbon cable would be soldered to the board. If you have one of those models, I hope you know how to use a soldering gun, because you're going to have to replace that connector and then solder a new connector. But if you don't know how to do that and you have that model, get rid of that controller and get a Model A controller or M controller, so you don't have to hope for this to happen. Because I've had a couple of Model H controllers. Well, one of them was that design with the solder to the board, and that was not a good design. And I used that one for parts to, well, I took the joysticks out of that and I used it to replace the joysticks on my yellow controller, my yellow knockoff DualShock controller that I got on eBay. And those joysticks work perfectly. So, unless you know how to replace the connector, you might want to get a Model A or Model M controller. I know one of my friends mentioned they had a Model H controller and theirs still works. Chances are they have a good design with the ribbon cable with the latch on it. And also there are some Model A controllers or Model H where that ribbon cable is attached by a connector that is not soldered to the board. That's also a good design. So out of all the DualShocks, the worst is the Model H with the soldered to the board. Whoever at Sony thought was a good idea clearly needs to redesign things, and well, they probably got fired or something, I don't know, but yeah, whoever at Sony thought that was a good idea, they were obviously wrong. There's a reason why I leave the shoulder buttons out when I put this controller back together. It's easier to do it this way. That way the buttons line up properly. Doesn't do any damage to the case or the controller itself. So, in conclusion, if you have a DualShock 2, look at the back. Make sure it does not say H. If it says M on it, you can skip this. If it says A, again, you can skip this, but if you want to take it apart, just be sure you know how to put it back together, otherwise you'll be wishing you never took it apart. And then there's the Model H. If you have one with the removable connector by the tabs, or where you can easily detach the ribbon cable easily, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you have one that's soldered to the board, hope you know how to use a soldering gun, or someone else who knows how to, or get rid of that thing and get a different model controller. Thanks for watching. This is Rico Rock 2001 signing off.